Graydon House and HarlequinAudio present The Grace Kelly Dress, a novel by Brenda Janowitz, performed by Cassandra Campbell. Our life dictates a certain kind of wardrobe. Grace Kelly. Part 1. Pick your pattern. When designing a wedding dress, the first step is to decide on a pattern. Do not make this decision lightly. This is the most important step, as all other decisions you make will flow from this very first choice. This dress is the most important dress a bride will ever wear. Choose carefully. Excerpted from Creating the Illusion by Madame Michel, Paris, 1954. 1. The Bride, Brooklyn, 2020. She hated the dress. She did not really like the veil that went with it either. Yes, she understood that it was made of rose point lace, the same type of lace that was used on Princess Grace's wedding dress, the most iconic wedding dress of all time. But no, that did not sway her opinion. She did not want to wear any wedding dress for that matter. She thought that wedding dresses were stupid and overly expensive and a symbol of the patriarchy and a million other things her mother just would not understand. But she could never say any of those things to her mother, especially since it was her dress that they were talking about. The dress Joan proudly wore down the aisle on her wedding day. The dress that was passed down to her by her mother, Rocky's grandmother. How could a girl tell her mother that she didn't want to wear that dress? Rocky wiped her hands on her black jeans as she puzzled over what to do, what to say. Perhaps she should just be honest with her mother. Tell her the truth. This could end right here and now. She could hear her father's gentle laughter echo in her mind. She didn't need to speak to him to know what his reaction would be. Is that the plan, kitten? No, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work at all. Rocky took a deep breath as she arrived at the bridal boutique. This salon was the one her mother had picked out, of course, not the one Rocky had wanted. But she could never say no to her mother. Rocky slowly opened the door. So slowly, as if she were afraid to walk in. Wasn't she, though? And a gentle chime rang out. Her father was right. She would need a strategy to tell her mother the truth. She couldn't just blurt it out. She'd have to visit her father this week. He'd help her come up with a plan. "This is my daughter, Rachel," Joan said, beaming with pride as Rocky entered. Rocky felt like Dorothy, walking into Oz and seeing things in color for the first time. It was as if the streets of Brooklyn, where she lived and worked, were sepia tones, and the bridal shop, a store she'd walked by hundreds of times without noticing, was in full Technicolor. Rainbows bounced off the tiaras in the display case onto the mannequins wearing wedding dresses in delicate shades of white, ivory, and blush. There were ribbons and tulle and taffeta, oh my! "Rocky," her daughter corrected her, arm extended for a handshake. The old woman standing next to her mother regarded her, arms carefully folded across her chest. She examined Rocky from the tips of her toes to the top of her head, and then offered a small smile in return. "I'm Greta." "Oh, yes," Joan said. "I was just getting to that. She likes to be called Rocky. Rocky, Greta, Greta, Rocky." And then, sotto voce, she delivered her usual line. "It would make more sense if her name was Raquel, but who am I to judge?" Truth was, they'd been calling her Rocky since the 3rd grade.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?